Hello gamers, and welcome back to another episode of Solo Spelunking, and we are going to start into the weekend with some nice little solo role playing and obviously continuing my Star Wars adventures in the Keldor Sector, season 4 already, and we are in the final stages, it seems, of our vital mission to rescue captured rebel leaders, because as you can see from the setup here, we have made our way into the detention area of the prisoner ship. And regarding all the backdrop and what are we doing here, please do go and watch the previous episodes, and if you haven't done so, please do also subscribe to the channel and like and comment to help me achieve my goal of 2,000 subscribers by the end of October. And yeah, so we're back in the action. So Rhya, again with her force blade, just sliced through the last bulkhead as we cleared the previous section of the ship, and this bulkhead leads into the detention area, into the detention block. So here we have two cells. These are closed blast doors. And as we enter this detention area, we are greeted by a complement of Coruscant guards. So those are like specially trained stormtroopers that act as police force, obviously mostly on Coruscant, because that's why they're called Coruscant guards, but also on other planets and in vital installations. And so there's this little detachment of Coruscant Guard awaiting us, and they are led by a leader who wields a double-bladed vibroblade staff. And those Coruscant Guards, they have shock staffs that have some electric shocking capabilities, so melee weapons. And this miniature here is Kirkanos, a very rare miniature from, I don't know, I think it is the Dark Times set. So the set icon is Vader's helmet that is sort of on fire, and I really like this miniature and this pose. And yeah, so this will be the leader of the Coruscant Guards, the boss, if you will. So that's the setup. So as we enter, they already stand there at the ready to charge, and we roll initiative. 1, 2, 3, the enemy goes first. 4, 5, 6, we go first. And again, we go first. Lucky us. Side-based initiative. Okay. So Rhya charging forward and attacking this Royal Guard and Coruscant Guard, and they are difficulty rating 12 enemies. Again, D4 armor, 6 hit points, and they deal D8 plus 1 damage with their shock staff. Okay, so Rhya attacks +4. And where is her D10? D10 here, and armor die here. Right, so +4 with her force blade. DR12. And it's a miss. 4 + 4 is 8, and also would have been 0 damage because armor die would have also been a 4. So this guy, so they have like these shock staffs, they have like these energy things at the end, like the bodyguard droids had in the Clone Wars series, so they can actually parry lightsabers with this staff, at least with the outer energy end. So the shock staff locks with a force blade as we are engaged in a fierce melee, and Rhya is activated. Turn her facing upwards. Okay, Lieutenant Cole is next, and he will just shoot the Coruscant Guard leader, and he's a difficulty rating 14 enemy, which is difficult because as he's sort of like an NPC, he has no bonus, and they deal a D8 damage. So it is a D8 damage, and armor is D4, and it's a DR 14. So he fires off a shot. Yes, look at this. 19 and 3 points of damage. 6 versus 3. Actually, that's good. So the leader has 12 hit points. Now he's down to 9 hit points. So indeed, is hit. And Lieutenant Cole moves back a little down to here. All right, this grunt also shoots at the Royal Guard leader. DR-14, and it's a miss. Okay, this grunt shoots. They're actually Space Ops troopers. Grunt doesn't do him justice. Okay, so natural 1, which means something would happen to his weapon. I'm going to disregard it. Okay, so one more Space Ops trooper left. So he also moves forward a little and shoots at the Royal Guard leader, Coruscant Guard leader. I will probably keep messing this up so you know what I mean. No, look what I rolled. 2 and 1 and nothing. So for cinematic purposes, let's just say that this Coruscant Guard leader with his vibroblade staff, which is made out of Dura steel, easily, or not easily, but does manage to parries the bolts. Okay, so now it's the enemy's turn. The guard leader has identified Rhya because of her lightsaber as a main threat. He will activate first and attack Rhya. Rhya has to defend. It's a difficulty rating 14. She defends +4. He would deal a D10 +1 damage actually, and Rhya has a D2 armor die, which I'm using the D4 as a D2. Okay, come on Rhya, parry. Please. Yes, 14 rolled. And that's great because it would have been maximum damage. 10 points of damage because I only rolled 1 on the armor and he gets +1. But whew, thank God I parried this. That would have been quite a hit. Okay. So this Coruscant Guard, as we are already engaged in melee, also attacks Rhya, but he only deals a D8, but D8 +1. And he's only a DR-12 enemy, so that's also a bonus. I got a bad feeling about this. Lucky. Oh, I parry. So while parrying, a critical success means I get a free attack. I'm going to use this one. Okay, so I get a free attack. So it's still the enemy's turn. Because of this player-facing thing, I gotta keep track of who's actually doing what, because you always basically roll the player die. Okay, so now Rhya gets to attack, free attack, meaning a D10 and D4 armor. DR-12 against the guard. We're still in the enemy's round or turn or phase. Come on Rhya, DR-12. Yes, yes, yes. And that is 10 points of damage because she gets +1 as a soldier, deadly accuracy, but 4 armor. That means 6 hit points, but luckily they only have 6 hit points, just like the elite stormtroopers. So barely, thanks to the +1, it is 10 minus 4, it is exactly 6. So this Coruscant Guard, because he fumbled while attacking, is sliced in half by Rhya with her force blade. Okay, this Coruscant Guard here moves 1 over and attacks this Spec Force trooper here. So they have deal D8 and they got a D4 damage. And it's a difficulty rating 12, no bonus. Yes, 16, so he dodges. This Coruscant Guard moves forward and attacks. I'm flipping him around afterwards for the cinematics. Same guy. Oh no! Oh, but lucky. So that's 9 points of damage, but 4 armor. That is 5 damage. Luckily, they also have 6 hit points. So this Space Ops Trooper takes 5 damage, but is still standing with 1 hit point. Okay, that was this guy's turn. Okay, and this guy already looks up because he was standing like this, but he hasn't acted yet. I think I remember. So he moves up and attacks the lieutenant, Lieutenant Cole. DR-12. Oh no, but lucky. 3 on the armor die, only 2 damage. So his armor absorbs the blast. Okay, I just realized, I don't have really stats for Lieutenant Cole here, I guess. Lieutenant Cole, yeah, he will be at 10 hit points. Other than that, he is like the others, but I think he wasn't injured yet. Okay, so we all acted. Next round, our turn. Lieutenant Cole, I'm thinking, I know. Okay, so Rhya, she will go first and attack with her Force Blade. All right. DR-14 plus 4 against the guard leader. DR-14, yes, I rolled an 11 plus 4, but only 2 damage minus 3 armor, which means again, for cinematic purposes, he also parries or blocks with his Dura Steel thing. It's probably coated with some, it wouldn't be cortosis, that's too rare. But it seems pretty resistant. Maybe it's a Beskar thing, just like what was her name in Mandalorian, the evil governor with a Beskar lance kind of thing. So it's something like that. Okay, so he parries. It's our turn. So the wounded Space Ops Trooper fires off a shot, point blank range, at this trooper guard, and it's DR-12, D8. Yes. Okay, that is 13. That's a hit for 8, but minus 4 sadly, but still 4 points of damage. Those guards, they have 6 hit points, so still standing. 4 points of damage to this guard. And that was this guy. Okay, so this grunt, he moves, slips, makes its way through here, and from here also shoots at the wounded trooper guard. Oh no, it's a 10. He needs a 12. That's a miss. Okay, Lieutenant Cole shooting point blank range at the guard in front of him. Yes, critical hit, 20. So that is 7 minus 3, that is 4. Let's roll another d8 because double damage. And they would also reduce his armor by 1 tire, but I'm not keeping track of this. Okay, 10 minus 3. All right, that is 7, and he's got 6, so that's great. So point blank range, he puts his blaster rifle in a crack in the armor, and shoots. And there's the smell of burned flesh as the blaster bolt at point blank range fries his internal organs. And this trooper is bold, and from where he's standing shoots at the leader. DR12. DR14, the leader is 14. Yes, 17, and that is 5 minus 2. That's actually 3 points of damage. So he is damaged. 3 points. Oh, wait, he already had damage. He was at 9 minus 3. Now he's at 6 damage. 6 hit points. Great. Okay. So I think we all acted. Yes. Okay, so the leader attacking Rhya. Rhya needs to defend, and the leader deals D10 plus 1 damage. Okay, Rhya, let's go. Plus 4. Difficulty rating 14. Come on, Rhya. Yes, 18. Ha, lucky, because it would already been again 10 damage. But she rolls an 18. So she easily parries this guy's blow. Alright, the wounded Coruscant guard attacks the wounded Space Ops trooper. Space Ops trooper needs to defend. And that's it. Okay. And he does not defend and takes 3 damage, 5 minus 2, but he's already at 5 damage. So this guy with his shock staff shocks him, and this is like as if he's electrocuted. His blood starts boiling, his eyes splash out of his head. Gory mess. Okay, damn. So he's down. And this guy activates and moves one over and attacks this trooper here. But DR12, he rolls a 14. Lucky he parries or dodges. Okay, they've all activated. Next round, our turn. Move this over. Okay, Rhya. Come on, Rhya, now finish this guy off. She attacks. Plus 4, D10, and he's got a D4. Difficulty rating 14. Come on, Rhya. Yes! Critical hit, but that's also good because that would be 1-1. That's only 1 point of damage because I get plus 1, but I can roll another D10. Double damage, critical hit. Yes, 7. All right, so that is 7 plus the 1, that is 8, and he's only at 6. So now she has adapted to his fighting style and feints, and then slices him in half. All right, the leader's down, Rhya goes. Okay, man, finish him off. This trooper here activates and shoots at the wounded Coruscant guard. DR12. No. And this guy moves over here and shoots at the wounded guard. Yes, 18 and only 1 on the armor, meaning 2 damage, and that's exactly the 2 he needs because he's at 4 and they got 6 hit points. So he shoots him and takes him out. All right, we only have Lieutenant Cole left. And he goes, Rhya, get the prisoners. We keep this guy busy. And he moves forward and shoots. No, he misses. 7. Okay. And now this guy activates, moves forward, and attacks Lieutenant Cole. And he deals 8 plus 1 damage. Lieutenant Cole tries to evade. 12. No, it's a critical failure while evading, meaning he takes double damage. Okay, so but lucky, that is 6. Let's roll another d8. I gotta use Rhya's d8, even though I don't like. No, I can't do that. So it's 6 plus 6 plus 4, that is 10, plus 1, that is 11, minus 4. 11 minus 4 is 7. So Cole is at 3 hit points. Okay, because he was so seriously wounded because he fumbled while defending. It's like as if you roll a crit when attacking. Yeah. Or yeah, I think if the enemy defends, you get while if I never mind. This player facing thing is weird. Okay, so but I think it was great. I was wondering, when do you get the extra attack? When the enemy when you crit while defending, I guess you get an extra attack. Yeah, okay, so that's correct. When you fumble while defending, the enemy deals double damage. Okay, so we all acted. Next round. So Rhya, she will move up here and use her action to slice through this door with her force blade. That is Rhya's action, and she has activated. Okay. Lieutenant Cole, wounded as he is, moves backwards a little and shoots at the trooper. So that is that, and a d8, and the trooper's got a d4. No, rolled a 2. Okay, so this Space Ops trooper shoots at the trooper. No, and this Space Ops trooper shoots at the trooper. Oh no, wait, so he shoots, and it's a critical fumble, meaning something would happen to his weapon. Yeah, so I'm not doing that, but he doesn't, this trooper does not get a free attack only. Okay, so the trooper, the guard. Who does the guard attack? The lieutenant, of course, because he saw him, he wounded. So he moves forward and attacks the lieutenant. He's got a defend, DR12. The guard has a D8 plus 1, and he's got a D4 armor. Yes, lucky. Rolled an 18 to defend. Okay, but also 2 plus 1 is 3. His armor would have absorbed it. Okay. We all acted. Next round. Rhya says, "Get over here. We're here to get you." Oh, thanks. So this rebel leader, female rebel leader, runs towards Rhya, and with her move and her action, she cuts open this blast door. Okay, that was Rhya's activation. And let's activate her too, so that we don't get confused. But as Rhya opens the door, she sees there's something odd, because this guy, he is laying on some sort of medical bed, and he seems to be in bad condition. And Rhya says, "There's something wrong with the other leader. He needs medical attention." And Cole says, "Understood." And says to this trooper, "Check it out and follow mission protocol." Understood. Okay, so he runs over here, checks him out. Doesn't look like he can be transported. All right, understood. Mission protocol is in effect. Understood. Okay, this guy shoots at the trooper from where he's at. DR12. No, only a 10. It would have only been, oh, under the wrong damage die. Okay, and now Cole shoots at the trooper. So that's the right thing. No. Okay, now the trooper attacks Lieutenant Cole. Bop, 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 like this. Lieutenant Cole defense. No, he doesn't. And that's 2 damage because he gets +1. That is 1 point. He's at 3 hit points. Now he's at 2. So he's holding on by a thread. All right, next round. Okay, our turn. This trooper activates, moves into the room, and with his blaster rifle, pew, 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 fires 3 shots into the rebel leader's body, who is then beep, flatlined. And Rhya is shocked. What the hell? She goes. And he goes, mission protocol. He can't be transported. He can't be left in enemy hands. The information they have is too vital to fall into Imperial hands. Okay, and Rhya, she thinks about it for a minute, but then she realizes that this is exactly what the Eldridians would have done and what she would have done to Naira if she could not have been rescued. She would have killed her as well, because she can't fall into Imperial hands. So that's mission protocol. Okay, so yeah, our turn. So Rhya, she just, what the hell? And then moves over here to attack the trooper. Wait, D10 and armor die, like so. But that's a miss. 6 + 4 is 10. It's a DR12. So this guard, he is pretty effective at keeping them at bay. Lieutenant Cole moves over here and shoots pew, at the guard. And like so. Yes, 19, 6 - 3, that is 3 points of damage, but sadly only 3, so he was not wounded. So he's at 3 hit points, and now this Space Ops trooper shoots, and Lieutenant Cole says, targets acquired, retreat, retreat, over the comlinks. He was shooting, no, 7. Okay, the leader, she just runs over here, she's not armed. And I think, yeah, except for the guard, we got everybody. All right, the guard slashes at Rhya with his force pike. Okay, D8, Rhya. DR12, Rhya defense, +4. Yes, she does. 10 + 4 is 14. Okay, so next round. And Rhya says, go, I'll follow. And they all run. And Rhya activates and tries to finish this guy off. Let's see. +4, DR12. Yes, critical hit. All right, that's also good because 2 + 1 is 3 - 4. So far it would have been no damage, but another D10. Critical hit while attacking. Ooh. All right, so that is 3, 4, 5, 6 - 4. That is 2, meaning even though with a critical hit he's at 5 damage and still standing. And this is a fierce battle now. He activates and attacks Rhya. D8, like so. So Rhya defense, DR14, yes, 16. Okay, so come on, let's finish this up. Rhya attacks. Changing these dice. Come on, Rhya, +4, DR12. Yes, 14, 10 damage, +1, 11, -2, that's it. So finally, she slices him in half, and I think only 2 grunts made it back, and she follows quickly, and she can already hear those clanked footsteps, clank, 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 as more stormtroopers rush in to to reinforce, and there's blaster fire, pew, pew, pew. And she cinematically deflects while running, pew, pew, blaster fire, and then they make it through the sections that have cleared up back to the never too late. So actually, like, one round of combat is only like 6 or 10 seconds, so this whole thing maybe took, like, I don't know, max 10 minutes or so if you count up all the rounds, even though it took me a couple of sessions to play this, just as a reminder that this is actually pretty fast paced. And we make the way to the dock where the never too late is docked with the remaining survivors and this rebel leader. And Nash goes, all right, ready to go? Ready to go. Let's go. And then he signals the squad and the Nebulan B. We got the rebel leaders preparing hyperspace jump. Get out of here. We got it. Okay, and there's still this space combat going on, and blast of fire, and the strike cruiser is burning, the Nebulan B frigate is burning, and TIE fighters, X-wings still fighting, and everybody is like forming up to jump to light speed, and they have released their slave link now for the jump, so everybody can jump individually, because now we just want to get out. There's no need to be in sync anymore. We know our destination, but 1d2 plus 1 TIE fighters single us out while we try to escape. So 1d2 plus 1. So 2 or 3 TIE fighters. 1d2 plus 1, and of course it is 2 plus 1, 3 Black Squadron TIEs. Okay, so as we make our way away from the docked prisoner ship, damn, we already got company again. These 3 Black Squadron TIEs, and remember, piloted by TIE Fighter Aces, close in. Okay, so they close in. Let's do a little chase here now, chase scene. So they got speed 10, and I have speed 7, thankfully, because I've souped up my ship. So the difference is still 3. So now let me get, do I have the rules handy here someplace? I think it is, yes, here, just 1 second. Let me bring up the chase rules here. Just 1 second. Where is it? There's Space Borg book. And movement and chases here. All right, so these are the rules. If the target vessel wants to keep its distance or escape, the player must make an intellect check versus difficulty rating 12, and the difference in speed is added as a bonus to the check. I will just add it to the difficulty rating. So it's 7 minus 10 minus 7 difficult rating is then 15. 15 if the player's ship is, and handling is not used during chases and pursuits, because it is assumed that you just go with all you got in a straight line. And distance categories of close, near, and far to measure distance between ships, and close is dogfighting distance. And near as anything up to a few dozen kilometers and far as anything beyond that. All right, so they are near and they need to get close. And if I succeed, it is a DR15 and I'm using just my intellect without the handling, but it's a piloting thing, so I do get advantage. It's not combat. So Nash is pulling all his tricks and punching it. DR15, intellect +4. DR15, come on. Ah, lucky. All right, 14 +4, that is 18. So I manage to keep them at bay as we make the calculations for the jump to light speed. All right, strap in everybody, here we go. And then I pull back the lever and we make our way back into hyperspace. All right, that was a close one because the Never Too Late is already at only at 11 hull from the last dogfight. And I think this is where we will end this episode. 36 minutes in. And I think, yeah, that's a good place to end this episode. And I will thank you for watching. I hope you liked the last couple of action-packed seasons. And now we will see if we can make our way back to Lee Rock. And remember, so I will just use, it was like 2 random encounter checks. Same distance that we are taking. So you know what, let's roll already if there's a random encounter, and if there is, we will determine what it is and resolve it next time. All right, so random encounters on a 1 on a D10 every fraction of 10 hours. No, 9 and 5. Okay, so we have an uneventful journey back to Lee Rock, where we will continue with the adventure next episode. All right, thank you for watching. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Till then, as always, stay safe and stay healthy. Bye-bye.